Welcome to our examination of comedy, the fifth of Booker's 7 basic plots. We'll explore each stage of this plot structure using consistent examples to illustrate the progression. The comedy plot typically follows these 5 stages. 1. Establishment of the status quo. 2. Confusion and isolation. 3. Raising the stakes. 4. Turning point. 5. Resolution and joy. 1. Establishment of the status quo. The initial situation is introduced, often with some form of confusion or conflict. A. The Bennet sisters are introduced, with Mrs. Bennet's desire to see them married. B. The lovers are introduced, with Hermia forbidden to marry Lysander. C. Bridget sets her New Year's resolutions, highlighting her dissatisfaction with her life. Key elements: introduction of main characters and their relationships, presentation of the central conflict or misunderstanding, and often a sense of something not quite right in the world. 2. Confusion and isolation. Misunderstandings multiply, and characters become increasingly confused or separated. A. Elizabeth misjudges Darcy while Jane and Bingley are separated by circumstances. B. The lovers flee to the forest, where fairy magic causes further confusion. C. Bridget navigates confusing relationships with Daniel and Mark, often embarrassing herself. Key elements: escalating misunderstandings, characters often working at cross purposes, and a sense of frustration or missed opportunities. Raising the stakes. The confusion reaches a fever pitch, often with the introduction of new complications. Lydia elopes with Wickham, threatening the family's reputation. The mechanicals prepare their play, adding another layer of potential confusion. Bridget's personal and professional life seem to be falling apart simultaneously. This is the peak of misunderstandings and complications. It's often a moment where all seems lost, with heightened emotions and reactions from the characters. Turning point. A key event or realization begins to unravel the confusion. Elizabeth learns the truth about Darcy's character and actions. Puck begins to correct the love potion's effects. Bridget begins to see the truth about Daniel and Mark's characters. A crucial piece of information is revealed. Characters start to see through misunderstandings. The beginning of the resolution becomes apparent. Resolution and joy. The confusion is cleared up, often resulting in unions, frequently marriages and celebration. Elizabeth and Darcy and Jane and Bingley overcome their misunderstandings and marry. The correct lovers are paired and all enjoy the mechanicals' play. Bridget and Mark get together, with Bridget having grown from her experiences. Misunderstandings fully resolved, appropriate unions formed, a sense of joy and often a literal celebration. Throughout these stages, we see the characters navigate through confusion to clarity, often leading to personal growth and happier relationships. For writers, each stage offers opportunities: status quo, establish characters, and plant seeds of conflict. Confusion, create humor and tension through misunderstandings. Raising stakes, increase engagement by amplifying conflicts. Turning point, provide satisfying revelations and character growth. Resolution, deliver emotional payoff and tie up loose ends. As we conclude, consider comedy structures in your own life. Have you experienced misunderstandings that, once cleared up, led to positive outcomes? How has confusion or conflict led to personal growth? In our next video, we'll explore the tragedy plot type, again diving deep into each stage of its structure. Until then, remember that in both stories and life, what seems like confusion can often lead to clarity and joy.